The Piepacker, which launches this fall, is a system which is extremely easy for you to set up and play your classic games online against friends and strangers. In today's video, I will go over the top 10 4-player Super Nintendo games which were released in English. I have excluded any Japanese imports or games that have English patches, and will make a list of those in a separate video. Number 10. Looney Tunes Basketball. Back in the 90s, many games tried copying the success of NBA Jam. Surprisingly, the Looney Tunes basketball game is the best of the bunch, and in certain aspects surpasses it. The graphics and animations are very smooth, and each of the characters have unique abilities and statistics. One of the more clever systems is that you can pick up money on the court, and then use the money to activate special attacks. The special attacks are not cheap, and they really add an extra wrinkle to the gameplay. This game should have no reason for being this good. Number 9. Top Gear 3000. The Top Gear series were always among my favorite on the Super Nintendo. Top Gear 3000 offers 4-player split-screen multiplayer in which you can straight up race your friends. By playing 4 players, it does remove some of the details of the graphics, but the frame rate remains steady, and the gameplay is fast and still fun. While the game doesn't have any special attacks or shortcuts like a Mario Kart, it still is smooth and fun to play against friends. A second option in the racing games would be the Micro Machines games. Unfortunately, they are not as good as the versions of the Sega Genesis, but they do offer a really easy pick up and play race in which anyone can drop in and race right away. It offers a variety of different types of vehicles and tracks with bright, colorful graphics. Number 8. Tiny Toons Wacky Sports Challenge. This is the closest thing that the Super Nintendo had to a Mario Party back in the day. It's a bunch of mini-games featuring the stars of the classic cartoon Tiny Toons adventures. The mini-games are a mix between racing each other and other button timing or mashing events. The racing games are a lot of fun, while the button mashing games are a bit on the boring side, as they get old after a while. Either way, the graphics are nice, and you can have a lot of fun knocking your friends out of races and causing them to lose. Number 7. Super Tetris 3. What can you say aside from it being a 4-player competitive Tetris game? While not as frenetic as Tetris 99, it still offers a fast, fun classic experience. The colors and animations are smooth, and this will be a great time killer to challenge friends and strangers on the Piepacker. This game is a Super Famicom game, however the text is in English and you will have no issues navigating the menus. Number 6. International Superstar Soccer Deluxe. The Super Nintendo has a massive variety of soccer games on the system, with most of them offering 4-player multiplayer. I choose this game for this list as the animations and gameplay are very fast and smooth. The sound with the crowd and announcer are also top-notch and really add to the experience. I can see this game being popular on the Piepacker Discord, as the supporters of the community are from across the globe. With such an international representation of supporters, most people will have their team in the game to represent. Number 5. Street Racers. A common misconception of people's memories is that Super Mario Kart was a 4-player game. It's a shame that it wasn't, but Street Racers was a great replacement. The Super Nintendo version is a solid offering with its 4-player experience in the racing mode, the soccer mode, and the battle mode. The game has an interesting variety of characters that you can choose, each with unique weapons to use in the game. The weapons are not overpowered, like the blue shell in later Mario Karts, and the races are usually close and competitive. The battle mode has you trying to knock each other out of the arena. My favorite mode, for which I played a ton as a kid, was the soccer mode. It's a precursor from many years ago of Rocket League. The soccer mode, I think, will be the most popular mode that people can sink hours into with lots of fun. Number 4. Saturday Night Slam Masters. The Capcom classic wrestling game was a great arcade experience, and the Super Nintendo port was really well done. This is the best wrestling game on the system, and it offers a large roster with familiar faces, and possibly a few knockoffs of wrestlers of those days. The art design was done by the same person who created the characters in Fist of the North Star. The 4-player team battle royal mode is when everyone gets in the ring and 2 teams beat the crap out of each other. The action is so fast-paced, and there is a wide variety of movesets, which makes this the best 4-player fighting game on the system. This is a must-play. Alternatively, the WWF games were dismal in my opinion in comparison. The gameplay is dreadfully slow, and as a kid I remember playing against my friends, and constantly ending in stalemates whenever we would grapple. The characters all seem to have the same movesets and the game got boring real quick. Number 3. Super Bomberman 3. I would say back in the day that the most played game using the multi-tap was the Super Bomberman games. The first two are also a lot of fun, but I found Super Bomberman 3 to be the best all-around package with all of its features and its maps. This is another one that was released only on the Super Famicom. On a good note, it is mostly in English. It is a great party game and is so easy to pick up and play. The variety of levels and power-ups will give this game a lot of replayability. Down the road, when the Piepacker offers larger group play, I can see this game being super popular with people passing around the controller S, and many hours of everyone bombing each other. Number 2. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. The Super Nintendo port is really good, and the Tournament Edition offers way more characters and other secret goodies compared to the original edition. The gameplay is so fast, and having a good partner in 4-player is critical when facing good competition. Hitting crazy dunks from mid-court or getting on fire and shooting threes from your own end is always fun. The roster features most of the classic players of the NBA, minus Jordan, and the variety of cheat codes really gives this game a lot of charm. This is a game that still holds really well today, and will be a must-play on the Piepacker. Before we end the list, here are some honorable mentions. Firestriker. This is such a unique and different game from others. The 2-player experience is very unique. The 4-player experience kind of reminds me of the boss battle in Zelda: Link to the Past, where you bounce the energy ball back and forth. It's a fun little game where you hack and slash the energy ball, and try to get it into the opposition's net pieces. This is an obscure game in which 4 players can play together in putting together a puzzle. This game also offers a versus multiplayer mode, where each person also tries to put in a smaller puzzle together. While this doesn't sound like fun on paper, it is a laid-back experience that can be mindless fun with friends. Wheel of Fortune. The Super Nintendo had Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, and Jeopardy Sports Edition. I found the Wheel of Fortune to be a better experience, as the Jeopardy games can be painful to play as you can type with a keyboard, and when people are answering questions, it is glacially slow. Also, the Jeopardy questions are comically dated, while the Wheel of Fortune isn't as bad. This is another more laid-back, slower game that can pass time. Smash Tennis. I never played this as a kid, as I was a Super Tennis fan. Nintendo Online members might recognize this as part of the Super Nintendo games that are free. This offers a very similar playing experience to Super Tennis, but with up to 4 players playing doubles matches. The graphics are cute and clean, and the action is smooth and not choppy at all. This is a fun pick-up and play tennis game that is easy to get into. Madden 94. The classic Madden series on the Super Nintendo is an interesting experience. Madden 94 was much easier to cheat the computer by doing the halfback option to Barry Sanders, and he either will outrun anyone else in the game or throw a deep bomb to a wide-open receiver. The game has lots of turnovers and makes the game much more wide open. Madden 96 has the players' licenses, so you can at least see the players' names, and the defenses are much more effective, so you won't be able to score 100 points per game. The game everyone expected to be number 1 would be Secret of Mana. The game is an all-time classic, but for the Piepacker system it doesn't lend itself well for a casual pick-up and play. You have to play quite a ways and before it unlocks 3 characters, so I can't imagine many people wanting to sit for 2 hours to get to the point where they can play. That being said, if you have committed friends, then Secret of Mana is infinitely more fun playing with friends than alone, as you can tag team enemies. It's an all-time great RPG with beautiful graphics, a solid story, and top-notch music. And the number 1 4-player game to play on the Super Nintendo is NHL 94. An all-time great multiplayer game even if you are not a fan of hockey. This version of the game was really easy to learn the controls, as they were basic and to the point. Playing with a group of friends can be so much fun, or so much of a pain depending on how good they are at the game. It's much more difficult to coordinate plays and set up goals when you have everyone on your team crashing the net at the same time. I'd recommend turning off penalties and to play against the better teams to give you and your friends a good time and a good challenge. While NHL 95 and NHL 96 offered more moves and faster gameplay, for whatever reason the Super Nintendo versions did not include the option for more than 2 players. Hopefully in a future update of the Piepacker, they will allow you to play with more than 4 people, as NHL 94 did allow you to have up to 5 people playing at one time. This is an all-time great party game, and a must-play for anyone using the Piepacker. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe, leave comments below, and stay tuned for more Piepacker videos.